Hello friends, welcome to this channel Fundamentals of Engineering. Subscribe this channel to explore engineering knowledge. In this we have started the lecture series of Theory of Metal Cutting. Today we are going to see the part 13 of this lecture series, that is tool life, and there we are going to discuss the definition of tool life, what are the factors influencing the tool life in the machining operation, and what is the Taylor's tool life equation and what is the modified Taylor's tool life equation that we are going to see. If you miss the earlier part of this lecture series, the link is available in description box. You can check the link. Now we'll start the actual discussion for this part. So what is meant by tool life? It is the actual machining time between two successive regrinding of a cutting tool is called as tool life. It is the actual machining time between two regrinding of a cutting tool. Cutting tool is nothing but tool life. So this tool life can be expressed in a many ways. First expression, that is a volume of metal removed from the workpiece, that we are considering in a rough machining. If we are doing the rough machining and to find out the tool life of that operation, there we can find out the tool life based on the volume of metal removed from the workpiece. Then we can express the tool life based on the number of workpieces machined. Number of workpieces machined in one pass, that we are considered in mass production. So in mass production, based on the how much number of pieces we have machined between two successive regrinds, based on that we can find out the tool life. Then based on the time unit, means in minutes we can get how many minutes the tool is doing the machining before it is regrinded. So this tool life we can express basically in minutes. So this tool life we can express in minutes, how many minutes the tool is performing the satisfactoriness operation, that we can measure in a unit, that is minute. So this tool life is affecting by the various factors. So there are some factors which are influencing the tool life. So first factor, that is properties of workpiece material. Properties of workpiece material on which we are doing the machining operation. So how these properties of workpiece material are influencing a tool life? If we consider, if there is an increase in the hardness of a workpiece material, then we required more forces and more power consumption will be there, and due to that there is a more tool wear. So ultimately the tool life will be decreased. So if the workpiece is very hard, then for removing the material from the workpiece we require larger forces, the power consumption will be more, and due to that there will be a higher tool wear, and that will influencing that tool life decreases. But if we consider the ductility if you consider the ductility, if this ductility is increases of the workpiece material, the workpiece material is having the higher ductile properties, then these forces will be decreased, then power consumption will be decreased. Ultimately, there will be less tool wear and will get more tool life. So properties of the workpiece material: if the workpiece is more hard, the tool life will be less. If the workpiece is more ductile, then tool life will be higher. This is the first proper factor which is influencing the tool life. Second is tool geometry. Geometry of single point cutting tool or multi point cutting tool, that is influencing on the tool life. As the tool geometry changes, like if we changes the rake angle, if that rake angle value alpha b, rake angle value or back rake angle value increases, then the forces will be decreased, power consumption, PC is a power consumption will be decreased, tool wear will be decreased, and tool life will increase. But this value we have to use up to 45 degree. So back rake angle value we have to increase up to 45 degree. If we are increasing this value beyond 45 degree, then there will be a drastic reduction in the strength of a tool. So we have to look at the increasing back rake angle up to 45 degree. But there is no quantitative relationship are available between tool geometry and tool life and properties of workpiece material and tool life. So there is no geometric properties are available or quantitative properties are available when we are considering the factor influencing, that is workpiece material, properties of workpiece material and geometry. There is no quantitative relationship. Then third parameter which is influencing, that is cutting fluid. If we are using cutting fluid in the machining operation, then this cutting fluid is acts as lubricant between friction zone. So this carried away the heat generated. So this carries away heat generated during machining operation. So due to that, the forces will be reduced, and that will increase the tool life. The wear of a tool will be less. If the heat generated is carrying away, the tool wear will be less, and that will increase tool life. Forces will be less as heat is carried away. So hot hardness temperature of tool can be taken into place, that the heat which is carried away, if it is not going beyond the hot hardness temperature of tool material, so the strength of a tool remains same. So cutting fluid if we are using, then this tool life increases 25 to 40%. If we are using cutting fluid in the machining operation, then there is a significant increase in the tool life, that is 25 to 40%. Then fourth parameter which is influencing the tool life, that is process parameters. Which is nothing but cutting speed, feed rate and depth of cut. So these three parameters are influencing the tool life. Because of uniqueness of process parameters, the researchers are tried to establish the relationship between the process parameters and tool life. Based on that, we are getting the Taylor who established the relation between process parameters and tool life. Process parameters and tool life. So that equation is called as Taylor's tool life equation. Taylor's tool life equation, which given the relationship between these process parameters and tool life. So what is that Taylor's tool life equation? Taylor's tool life equation is given as V into T raised to N is equal to C. So what are the different parameters in this equation? Where you can consider V, capital V is the cutting speed in meter per minute. T is the tool life in minutes. C is the Taylor's constant. Capital C is a Taylor's constant. This value we are getting for the cutting velocity for 1 minute of tool life. So this Taylor constant we are getting cutting velocity for 1 minute of tool life, and this small n is a Taylor's exponent. Taylor's exponent, and this Taylor's exponent is depending upon cutting tool material which we are using in a machining operation. So this Taylor's tool exponent is depend upon cutting tool material. So based on this cutting tool material, we are having different Taylor's exponent values, that is 0.05 to 0.1 we are getting for high carbon steel. Taylor's exponent for high carbon steel is varies from 0.05 to 0.1, then 0.1 to 0.2 for high speed steel, that is SSS. Then this N we are getting 0.2 to 0.4, 0.2 to 0.4 for carbide cutting tools. Then 0.4 to 0.6, the exponent value 0.4 to 0.6 we are getting for ceramics materials, and 0.7 to 0.9 we are getting for diamond or CBN. So whenever the strength of a tool increases, the Taylor's exponent value is going to increase. So based on that, we are getting Taylor's tool life equation, that is velocity into T raised to N is equal to C, where V is the cutting velocity in meter per minute, T is the tool life in minutes, C is the Taylor's constant, N is the Taylor's exponent, and this Taylor's exponent's value is depending upon the tool material. So these values is given, and these are the cutting tool materials. Also, we are getting the modified Taylor's tool life equation like this: V T raised to N into F raised to P D raised to Q is equal to C, where F is feed in mm per revolution, V is the cutting velocity in meter per minute, T is the tool life in minutes, where N is a Taylor's exponent. So this F is a feed mm per revolution, and D is the depth of cut in mm. So this P and Q, this small p and q are constant. this P and Q are constant and their value is always less than 1. Their value always less than 1 and P is always greater than Q. P is always greater than Q. That indicates the tool life is more sensitive to the uncut chip thickness than the width of the cut. So effect of tool, if you consider the life on cutting parameters, the effect of tool, life while considering process parameters. Here cutting velocity is more influencing than the feed rate than the depth of cut. So there more influence by cutting speed or cutting velocity. There is a less influence by depth of cut and medium influence. The feed rate is mediumly affecting the tool life of a cutting tool material. So these are the modified tool life equation. So here we have seen the tool life, what are the definition of tool life, how we can measure the tool life in the machining operation, then what are the factors influencing the tool life, and based on that process parameters, we have found the relation between process parameters and tool life, that is given by Taylor's tool life equation that we have seen, and modified version of Taylor's tool life equation also we have seen. So if you like it, place the like button, stay connected and subscribe this channel for more notification. Thank you very much.